Welcome to Be or Not to Be Special Edition, hosted by Petey, here with David and Dimitri.
Yay! Who's gonna go first?
Let's have David go first.
All right. So to be or not to be? A scratching post. A scratching post. Yeah, you scratch it. No, really? I thought you licked it.
I mean, you can if you want.
Cats might if you put catnip all over it.
Yeah.
Meh. All right, so yeah, scratching post. Cats take their claws and go, rah, 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 scratch, 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 scratch. And I'm the scratching post like, oh, that really hurts. I don't think I like that.
Well, it depends. You know, at first thought, it might seem like it hurts, but imagine you have the worst itch ever, and because you're a scratching post, you can't scratch it. The cat is doing you such a favor.
But he's tearing me up in the process.
Well, listen.
Sucks for you. It helps the cat.
Exactly. Suck it up, Buttercup.
That's my line. But seriously, the cat will eventually rip off all the stuff I am made out of rope, cardboard, stuff. And I don't really like them. They're literally ripping my face off. The cat will be like, that's a really pretty face you got there. And I'll be like, I'm disfigured for the rest of my life.
It's just exfoliating your outer layer of skin.
Exfoliating
Yeah.
it permanently.
Well, yes.
And then I'll get thrown away.
Nobody lives forever.
God does.
Fine.
Actually, no, he died.
True. There you go.
But he came back to life. But he died. We're getting off topic. All right, not to be. Who do you want to go next? I'll go. To be or not to be the cat that's scratching you. Oh, boy. So I'm looking at you, David, like, you look really nice. Purr. Scratch, 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 scratch. Claws out. Okay, scratch his face off. Rah! And you'll be like, ow! No, I'll be like, you can't scratch me, you freak. Yes, I can. I'm made out of concrete. No, you're not. But I am. You're made out of rope and I'm gonna rip off your face! Petey, should Dimitri seek therapy?
No, that sounds reasonable for the cat.
Dang it. See ya! I'm a cat. Really? He's a cat. Did you know that, Petey? He's a cat.
Yeah, I think he'd make a pretty good cat. Cats are kind of murderous.
You're right. I'd be a really good cat. Anyway, see ya! I just got purr! A demonic purr? By the way, I feel like you've already done cat. I'm gonna do it again! Because Petey's here. Okay, fair enough. And then if I get mad, you just see my tail go the opposite of a dog. A dog's goes like when they're happy. Mine goes when I'm mad, and I'm gonna murder you! What type of cat we're talking about? Like a mountain lion or like a domestic house cat? Well, I don't think a lion would use a scratching post. I think it'd use a tree. Or a human. So I'm gonna do a house cat. Alright. So typically I'm small. I go, meow, 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 purr. Then I get drunk on catnip like, ooh, catnip, nom, nom, purr. Do cats sound like that, Petey?
I don't know. I've never...
Don't answer that! This is my imagination. Suck it up, Buttercup! Fine. Sheesh. So I lie in the sun, I take a nap, and then I eat catnip, and then I can eat people's faces. They get on my nerves.
Sounds like a good life.
I've never heard of a cat eating somebody's face. Well, you just did.
Raises a good point.
He does. All right, what's the answer? I'm not done describing one. Okay, go ahead. I could be a black cat, an orange cat, a tabby cat, a naked cat. I got claws. I got a tail, ears, whiskers, forepaws. Then you gotta declaw me sometimes if I'm really aggressive, like, ah! Then you take me to the vet. I don't like the vet. Not to me! Then again, I just lie around, doing nothing, killing people. To me! Alright, Petey, go ahead.
To be or not to be fingernail trimmers.
Fingernail trimmers.
Yep.
Yeah, you heard him.
Yep.
You trimmed somebody's eyelids?
You could.
Can you just shut up, David? Let him talk.
I mean, you could be used for lots of things. Typically, you only use for fingernails, toenails, or whatnot. But you could really be used for just about anything that needs clipping. You could, clip wires or...
That's some strong clippers.
Well, I mean, like thin ones, eyelids, like you said, if the need should arise.
Eyelids? He
Isn't
said
that what you said?
eyebrows.
No,
I think.
I think he said eyelids, but
Oh, I might have.
eyebrows.
Whoopsies. Eyelids, that'd be kind of painful.
I'm not sure
But
why
you're
you
the
would need...
You're the nail clipper, so it wouldn't matter.
Right. You wouldn't care. If someone wanted to trim their eyelids, who far be it from me to say they're wrong, but...
I guess they don't want to have their eyes shut.
Right, yeah. So yeah, pretty versatile tool. Often you also have like the little nail file on the back, so you could poke people with that or something.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Dimitri, don't get any ideas. No promises.
So yeah, I'm sort of leaning towards 2B.
But somebody's literally grabbing you with their dirty, grimy fingers going press, press, press. So they're pressing you, and then they might press too hard and then break you. That's a good point.
I guess. It would take a lot of pressure, though, to break you.
It can also be taken apart. Yeah, I've seen you do that, David. And then you lost the pieces, so it's just like, gone. True. But then you just clip ugly toenails sometimes, too. Like, blech.
I guess. But you're providing a valuable service to humanity. Your life has purpose.
That's quite the purpose. Yep, I want to be a nail clipper so I can serve humanity by clipping their nails. Yeah!
What would happen without them?
People would just bite them.
And we don't want people to have to bite their toenails, because that's just gross.
And I didn't think about that. That's a really good point.
Think about all the disease you're preventing.
Disease.
Yeah, I mean, putting your foot in your mouth to bite your toenails.
Most people aren't flexible for that.
Exactly, so they'd have to put their foot in someone else's mouth, and that's how you spread disease.
Bro! Well, he's explaining himself. But seriously? My gosh, it's disgusting.
Exactly.
That's his point. So what's the answer?
So yeah, I think 2B.
He needs to see a therapist. No, he's just being rational. All right. To be or not to be? Esau from the Bible. So Esau, I'm one of the sons of Isaac. I came out of the womb really hairy. I guess I didn't have to go through puberty. True, you already got the hair everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm really red, so I guess I'm blushing all the time? No, your hair's red. Would that work well in the desert? Because I know a lot of redheads get really bad sunburns because they don't take the sun well. But if he's redheaded and he's in the sun all the time, isn't he sunburned all the time and then he gets cancer?
Or maybe he just had so much hair that it shaded his skin from the sun.
You think he was like Absalom with really nice long hair? No, it's talking about hair on his body. Yeah, hairs on your body, like your head. It meant your arms or legs or your chest and back and your butt or something.
Right, like all over everywhere is just as thick as the top of your head.
So he's an Ewok.
Basically.
So, I was the firstborn of Isaac. Yay! And I was a really good hunter. I was older than Jacob by like a couple minutes, so I definitely was looking down on him like, I'm really much wiser than you. But then, of course, Jacob decided to be like, no, you're not wiser than me. And then he stole my birthright because I wanted some soup. That wasn't very smart.
Right.
When I could have just walked down to camp and gotten some food for myself, I'm just like, hey, Jacob, I'm hungry. Give me some food. And Jacob's like, can you be Jacob for a second? Who? Petey. Hey, Jacob, can I have some of your food?
Oh, my delicious soup that, is so special that you should probably give me something in return for that.
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
Nothing big, just like all your rights as the firstborn and your inheritance and all of everything.
I'm starving, so I don't care. Here, yeah, you can have it.
Okay, pinky promise, right?
Cross my heart, hope to die, pinky promise.
Sounds good. Here's this best soup ever that's totally worth everything you just gave me.
It's a tiny bowl.
Well, you can scoop more into it for only an additional...
donkey, goat, sheep.
Yeah, a few of those. $5.99, limited time offer.
I don't think they had $5.99. I think they have shekels of gold or silver.
$5.99 sheep.
590 or 5.99 sheep.
Yeah, you don't have to give me a whole sheep.
What is it, missing an eyeball?
Exactly. Like it could be, like one of your lame sheep. Who's,
I got a sheep over there that I just butchered.
Yeah, just give me 5 good sheep, and you can throw in one, okay sheep, and we're good.
All right, thank you for the soup. Yeah. So yeah, I completely threw away my birthright because I just didn't give a rip about it. And then Isaac's like, all right, son, I'm about to die, so I'm going to give you your blessing. Go ahead and hunt some food. And so I'm like, cool, completely forgetting that I threw away my birthright. And then, of course, Jacob's like, oh, no, if he gets his blessing, the birthright thing is completely useless, so Jacob does this.
Wait, where are we at in the story now?
Jacob steals the blessing.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Jacob...
I'm going to be Isaac. Son, is that you?
Yes, it is totally Esau and not Jacob wearing a goat hide. Like, seriously, how hairy was this guy?
No, how dumb is he? Because God must have been really working a miracle. My gosh, it sounds like Jacob, but it must be Esau, because it smells and feels like him. Esau must have been working on his voice or something. I don't know. How dumb is this dude?
That and I just can't get over, like, a goat hide is sufficiently convincing to be like, yep, that's Esau. Smells like him.
Wow! I never thought about it that way. That's a good point. It really is.
Yeah, this Esau is not looking like the to-be person you want to be.
Well, remember, I'm out there hunting. Exactly, and Jacob's stealing your blessing, and you have no idea. And so I come back, and I'm like, hey, Father, what's up? Here's some food, give me my blessing. And Isaac's like, who deceived me? I gave your blessing to your brother. That's not good. Oh, no. I'm like, what? Do you not have a blessing for me? And Isaac's like, nope, I don't. Sucks for you.
I never really understood that either. It's like, it wasn't like the blessing was an object that he just gave away. It's like, oh, I don't have another one. It's like, it's just, I wish you well, son. Like, you can't do that also for your other son?
Apparently not. Yeah, apparently only thing he can say now is, I don't wish you well. But, so yeah, then my dad gave me a blessing of like, yeah, you're gonna be like your son's servant, but eventually you'll throw off his yoke. Gee, thanks, Dad. And then, you know what, obviously, because I'm just a really mature older brother, when I heard that, I decided the best thing to do is to kill him.
That would throw off the yoke.
Yeah, it really would. And so then I'm like, I'm going to kill my brother. But wait, he escaped because my mother helped him. I hate you, Mom! Right?
Like, seriously playing favorites there.
I mean, Isaac wasn't playing favorites at all.
Fair. That's true.
So finally, 14 years later, I find him or something. I just want to, like, intimidate him, so I come with 300 fighting men. Just be like, yo, I didn't forget, just so you know. But I forgive you. So I'm forgiving. Kinda. Apparently, I taught my children to hate you, though. Because remember, the Edomites were always the enemy of the Israelites. So, I forgive you, but I hate you. Have fun. I don't really want to be Esau because I'm so stinking dumb. I give up my birthright, and then when I don't get my blessing, I want to kill him.
Yeah, not the best moves you could have made. He was also kind of a drama queen. Like, when he came in for the soup, he's like, brother, I am literally about to die of starvation, and if I don't get food now, I will perish. And Jacob, takes advantage of that situation.
Jacob's like, perfect opportunity!
Right?
Do you think he was actually waiting for that moment? Yes, I think he was actually waiting for that moment to be like, oh, Esau's going to be hungry from hunting all day and not coming back with a single thing. That just proves how bad of a hunter he is.
Oof. Oof.
I mean, he literally did not come back with anything.
Dumb and incompetent, dang.
But when it mattered most, he got a deer. So he spent a whole day and got nothing. Then he spent like a couple hours and got something, but it wasn't useful. Yeah, that's what would happen if I were Esau. No, I don't want to be Esau. Besides, I don't want to be a redhead, even though my favorite color is red. But I don't want to be that hairy. You know, that should have been one of the blessings Isaac gave him. You look like a goat. What, Dad? You look like a goat. You're so hairy. A goat? Okay, fine. Let me clarify. You're a Sasquatch! A what? A Sasquatch. What is that? Bigfoot. Oh, okay. So yeah, my final answer is not to be. Go ahead. Was it Petey? Then Dimitri? Yeah, go ahead, Petey.
To be or not to be a fridge magnet. Fridge magnets are usually like cool shapes and,
Very
colorful.
attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
They've got stuff going for them, for sure. They hold up things. They're not very strong, though, usually, so you can't really be used for much else besides being a fridge magnet. But if you do a good job at being a fridge magnet, you stick around for a while.
Hardy har. But what if they get rid of the fridge? They take them off and put them on the other fridge.
You would think so, usually.
But that's all you do. You just stick there.
Yeah,
And
it's
do
not a
nothing.
very exciting life.
And then sometimes you might fall, and then you get lost, and then you're never used again because you're just lying there like, ah!
It can be a dangerous job, that is true. So yeah, I don't know. It's
It's pretty obvious to say no.
I guess not. I mean, yeah, like it's not great, but it's not terrible either.
Bro, you're just staying there, just hanging there. That's all you do.
I guess, yeah.
Sometimes you're not even pretty. You're just like a little black thing, like bleh. Yeah, you might not be attractive at all.
Yeah, I guess not to be. It's very in between. Like there's not a lot of reasons to be, but there's not like a big reason not to be.
That's all you do. That's the one thing you do.
Sure,
So your answer's not to be?
I think so.
Alright. To be or not to be, hand grips for like a pull-up bar. Grips, hand grips. Yep, I go on your feet. Your feet? Totally. That's definitely what I'm used for. Your feet? Yes. Your feet. Stop it! You heard me! So hand grips, you use me when you want to really get a better grip on a bar, so you put them on your hand.
That makes more sense.
You might put a bunch of chalk on me, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really chalky. And you just grip me really hard and go, what? And some squeeze against the bone like, ow! And then sometimes it don't help well, and you still get blisters, and then they pop, and then I get bloody, and that gets disgusting. I don't like that.
That sounds pretty gross.
I have grips. Shut up! Actually, go ahead. Oh, right. I have grips, but I don't like them because they actually affect my grip in a bad way. They do? Yeah, I don't like them at all, so I don't use them. So some people don't like me, so they get me, but they don't use me. But then there are those people who really do like you and they're used all the time. Yes, but then I'm worn down and I get chalky. And then I'm on your sweaty hand. Gotta hand it to you, it's not really fun. Wow, what a gripping story. You really should just shut your mouth! Should I? Yes! Alright, go ahead. My answer is not to be! That sounds really pathetic! Alright. To be or not to be? A cow. So a cow, I go, nom, 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 blech. Yeah, I get killed in a slaughterhouse. So yeah, that's the only thing I do. I eat and eat and eat, and if I'm a female, I give milk and then I get killed. So people can eat me. But I create pies all the time.
Yeah.
What type? Apple? Pumpkin?
Probably not quite so sweet.
Yeah, I don't think so. Then what type? Poop? So yes, that's all I do. I eat and nom, 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 meow. And is that what, apparently that's what a cow sounds like?
That part sounds pretty fun.
Just going, looking at a stranger. Who are you? Move over, I'm gonna trample you. And then they put a hook through my nose sometimes. That's a bull! Bull crap. Anyway, so a cow. I'm an animal, big fat too. And people eat me. They get steak from me. Beef. So if I get in an argument with somebody, is it called beef? I got some beef with you! Move along! I mean, being cow, you just stand there, just eating all the time.
Yeah, I think it depends on what like, it depends on where you get to be a cow. Like, do you get to be a cow out in the open pastures and roam around and hang out with your friends? Or are you one of those cows that just like sits in a stall all day and like isn't allowed to move?
Huh. Good point. Let's say I'm a cow that lives free. Ha ha! So I'm never taken in by humans. So instead of being killed by humans, you're killed by lions. Huh.
Yeah.
And I think being killed by lions would be a lot longer process.
Yeah.
Instead of just being pow.
I'd want to be somewhere in the middle. Wild cow does not sound fun, but
Do you know how they kill cows? They string them up by their legs and then cut their throat.
well,
And then their blood, they literally let their blood fall into this pool. I'm hanging upside down above a pool of blood.
sometimes they do. That's what I'm saying. There are lots of situations in which you could be a cow, and some are better than others.
This one's a tough one because I'm really helpful. I give milk, which is really good for people. And then if I got those nipples, you can like aim it at somebody and be like, I don't like you, squirt! Then they have those machines that go, and I'm like, ew, that really hurts! I wonder if it hurts the cow. Probably not. Why? Because it's just like a calf just going, nom, 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 nom. That's a good point. It's not biting me like my kid would probably do.
Yeah.
And I never really specified if it was a girl or boy. I guess I'm both. I always have my suspicions. Okay, bro, stop. What? Okay, whatever. You just stand around eating nom.
And farting.
That's right, they fart a lot. You do that too. I'll prove it.
So yeah, I guess not much would be all that different.
Wow, thanks, Petey. I mean, he's not wrong. Oh my gosh. David, my gosh, bro, did you eat some beans recently? Actually, yes, I did. I just had some tacos. Yeah, you'd be a pretty good cow. My gosh. Oh, sorry. You're not sorry. I'm not. And sometimes if I get really mad, I trample people.
Yeah, that's pretty cow-like.
So I stand around, eating, farting, making cow pies, and then I get killed. And if I'm a female, the only other thing I do is give babies and produce milk. But I'm helpful. And it sounds pretty cool just going nom 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 nom.
Yeah, basically the same as being a human.
Yeah, it's not much of a difference. So yeah, to me.
Yeah.
David. Why am I related to you? I don't know. Stop shifting, Petey! They can hear that! He doesn't care. Yeah, go ahead, Petey.
To be or not to be a park bench.
A park bench?
Yep.
Yeah, you work out on the bench press. I don't think that's what he means.
No, yeah, it's the thing you sit on when you go to the park and you're taking a walk and you decide.
You go to the park? I thought you went to the moon!
Maybe it's a park on the moon.
That'd be a boring park.
I mean, you probably have to put in a playground and a few trees, make it, spruce it up a little bit. But
I guess the jungle gym would not be really good for that. You just jump for the bar, miss the bar, bye-bye.
now I'm sort of intrigued by the park bench on the moon idea.
Well, you know what? You're bare wood, so you could be mooning people.
There you go.
Just stop it, David!
I think I'd like to be a park bench on the moon. You'd have a pretty great view.
But not many people visit you.
That's true, but that also means you don't have a lot of butts touching you, so...
Yeah, not many farts.
Right.
But you just sit there, staring into the wide open space.
Right.
Which is actually kind of cool, so you can see a bunch of more galaxies that you don't really get to see from Earth.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
But you just see the same thing over and over and over and over. And sometimes the sun's not shining on you, so you're freezing cold. And when the sun does shine on you, you're burning hot. So you burn. Literally, you catch on fire.
That is also
That's
a
not
good
true,
point.
because there's no air to sustain the fire.
So yeah, I think I would cautiously say to be, but yeah, I do wonder whether it would get boring after a while.
Probably. And do you last forever?
That's a good question, because if you start now, it'll be boring for a long time, but you sort of hold out hope that maybe humanity will get their act together and start, visiting more often. And then you can have more friends.
But then butts will sit on you.
That is the
But
downside.
that's kind of fun.
That is sometimes fun,
It's not
I suppose.
fun at all, bro. What if they weigh 100 pounds? On the moon, they wouldn't weigh much at all.
Right. On the moon, it would be okay.
Besides, 100 pounds is light.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
400 pounds! You still probably weigh like 5.
And park benches are usually pretty well rated for, weight.
So are you metal or wood?
You could be metal.
Or stone? A moonstone bench?
That would be interesting. You'd be pretty unique. I think I would say tentatively to be, with the hope that you'd get to see more people eventually, but you'd also have a nice quiet time of solitude until then, just gazing out at the stars. That could be nice.
Remember, people who are like put in solitary confinement and they're alone for days and weeks and years, they go mad.
Well, there's like the moon rover up there or something, right?
That's a good point. But does it move by itself? But what if you're also built on the other side where the rover will never see you?
That
You
would
won't
be
able to
disappointing.
rove over there.
No, but you would hope, being a moon park bench, that you would be a pretty interesting landmark that NASA would want to go check in on every now and then.
Just to see a bench
Just to say hi,
and sit on you and then fart on you and then leave.
Yeah, it would be the most interesting thing to happen to you for a while. So,
I don't think it's a pleasant experience. It's interesting, yes, but not pleasant. Who says? Maybe you like it.
Who are we to judge?
You, because you're the bench.
Well,
That's also a good point.
I think it depends on what space farts smell like. Because, they're not eating the same food. They've got like that freeze-dried or whatever stuff. It either might not be as bad as, regular farts.
Or it could be 2 times as bad.
Or it could be way worse.
Which I'm thinking it might be way worse because that food's disgusting. So that's going to come out even worse. Actually, I feel like the really good food produces the worst farts. And the kind of mediocre food, it's like, blech, just air. I mean, look at beans. They're pretty tasty, and when you just farted, it smelled terrible. But some people don't like beans, and it still smells terrible.
I think I'm still going to go with 2B.
That's a very pathetic life. But okay, I'm not going to judge. My turn, and last one? Yeah, sure. To be or not to be? That moon rover you were talking about. Okay. So, the moon rover, I'm stationed on the moon, not Saturn, not Mars, not Earth, the moon. Well, you were on Earth at one point. You're not wrong. But anyways, so you just go around the moon, yippity-dippity, doo-ba-ba. Yeah. Ooh, look at the park bench. Okay, let's run you over. Oh. Sorry, Pete. I guess that's the end of your life.
I'm also a Moonrock park bench. You might not survive quite as well either.
That's a good point. I don't think those are made really sturdily because there's not so much gravity to hold them down, so they're probably flexible. So they probably won't break at all. Anything. I'd just be like climbing over you. Nothing good happened.
The moon rover,
I give you a hug.
that I would appreciate that.
Be like, oh, you look so lonely. I give you a big frickin' hug.
Yeah, we could keep each other company up there.
And then you just park there. Park? Bench park? Oh, boy. You never described what type of park it would be. What type of park would it be?
A moon park.
What would it have?
Craters.
Craters.
Yep.
What else?
Dust.
This sounds like a really fun park.
It's basically one big sandbox.
That's it? Yeah, is there a problem?
I mean,
So it's a boring park and there's probably not going to be anybody there and the only company is a rover.
but you could play in the sandbox crater.
But you don't get to do that. You just sit there.
I don't get to do that. I'm saying one could if they were capable of doing that.
If they aren't careful, they puncture their suit, they die.
Well, that's their problem.
I'm also wondering, can you fart in space?
I mean, you probably...
Could you see the gas?
I don't know that you could see it.
Because I remember when I was reading about the Apollo flight that, the Houston, we got a problem. They described that there was a gas they were venting and it happened to be air. You can't see air. but they could see it then. So could you see somebody's farts?
Huh, maybe, I don't know.
Let's find out. Hey, astronauts! Can you fart for me? I'm pretty sure they can't hear you. I got a loud voice. I won't comment on that.
That is a good question. Like, do they vent farts out of the spacesuit?
Or does it stay there and they're like, oh, wow, that smelled terrible.
How long do you have to live with the consequences of your fart?
Dude, I got a fart. Sucks for you, bro. You're going to be stuck with that for years. Okay, hold it in. Oh, man. That'd be you, David. Hey. Anyways, going back to the rover. I got 4 wheels. Or is it more wheels?
I think it depends on the design.
And how many people can sit in it?
Also depends.
How often am I used?
It kind of depends on what you're used for. If you're like if you're a transport vehicle, or if you're like, a scientific exploration type thing that gets remote controlled.
When was the last time we sent people to the moon?
People? It's been a while.
So I haven't been used in a long, long time.
Maybe. But Japan just crashed a rover on the moon, or at least...
They did?
I don't know if it was a rover, but something.
Really?
Well, they weren't intending to crash it, but...
It just shows how competent they are. Hey, I want to fly into space. Oh, they just crashed something. Okay, never mind.
I think their intent was to use it, but
It didn't work out.
no.
What type of fuel do I use? I think you're solar powered, aren't you?
Could be.
I don't think gas would work very well because you literally need air for gas and you got no air. And propane, I don't know if that would work either because you need fire, and fire doesn't work in space because it's a vacuum. There's no air.
Yeah, solar makes the most sense.
So I'm solar powered. Oh, this is looking kind of cool. I'm a robot literally going across the moon. And I see the park bench be like, hi! To me! Sounds pretty cool. You're not used. You're in a dusty moon. All you gotta do is hang out with a park bench. You're just there.
You get to go look at rocks, maybe collect them.
Exactly. So it's fun. Oh my gosh. Dimitri, why are you so stupid? Do you really want me to answer that? Yes, actually. Because I am! Good answer. Alright, this has been fun. Anything else you want to add to it, Petey?
No, I think we've covered all the important topics today.
Very important.
The critical questions.
The ones that make you question life. Okay, I wasn't expecting that dramatic of an answer. So yeah, bye everybody. Thank you for welcoming Petey, my good old friend. And we'll see you next time. Maybe. I don't know if you'll see him next time. He might be dead. I have no idea.
It's very possible.
I hope he doesn't die because I like the dude. Yeah, we know you do. Bye everybody. Bye.
Bye.